Well, hello people of the internet, my name is Kevin and welcome back to another video. Okay, so for today's video I'm going to be doing my April wrap up, and I cannot believe like April is finished and we're now into May. Like, where is this year going to? And it's nearly my birthday. My birthday's in June and I'm going to be 20, and it's just scary how fast this year is going. Can we just slow down and go back to January, please? Please. But yeah, okay, I'm just going to jump in and show you guys the books that I read in April. Okay, so the first book that I read in April was I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. I actually started this in March and I finished it in April. And this was the World of Worlds book of the month for March. And yeah, so we did a full live show on this book, and you can join our book club if you want, because we are reading A Court of Mist and Fury for May. So if you would like to join us in that read along, you can join our book club and do the read along with us, and then join us for our live show at the start of June. So yeah, I give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I highly enjoyed it. It was just so beautiful. The writing was just so different and it's just so beautiful, and the characters were just so lovable, and I just absolutely loved this book so much. So if you don't know what this book is about, it's about twins Noah and Jude, and something happens that causes them to drift apart from each other, and the book is told from each of their perspectives. Noah's is set back when he's like 12 and Jude is set in the present, so it's alternating from different time periods, but yeah, it all comes together at the end, and it's just such a beautiful book. If you haven't read it, I would highly recommend it, but I would highly recommend you do not buy it in this cover, because this is disgusting compared to the American edition. So yeah, give it 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so the next book that I read in April was a read along that I did with my friend Parina, and we read Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. Yes guys, I finally read this book and it was absolutely amazing. And I give this book a 4.5 stars out of 5, or a 5 star. I think I might give it a 5. Maybe I did give it a 5, I think I did. Because this book was just so amazing. It's so fast paced, and I just love all the different characters, the world building. It's so not that hard to understand, because I find it hard with some fantasy books to get into and understand what's happening. So I've heard a lot of people say that if you're new to fantasy, this is definitely something to start with, and I would definitely recommend that and go with that, because they're dead on correct when they say that. And I've also seen like people like Jacqueline say that this reminds them of Game of Thrones, and I definitely see that. I genuinely think so myself. This is very like Game of Thrones, and I love Game of Thrones, and getting in a book format, I know there already is a book for Game of Thrones, but this is way easier to follow than the book is. So yeah, I highly recommend this. It was so good, so fast paced, absolutely loved it. Okay, so the next book that I read in April was School of Death by Christopher Menino. This is the first book in the Scythe Wielder's Secret. And I give this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I was sent this to review, and I also did a giveaway for this book, and that giveaway is obviously finished, and I'm going to announce the winner now just after I finish my wrap up for this book. Because this book follows a girl named Susie who is very thin, and she's like dealing with anorexia kind of, but she is eating and she doesn't know how she's dealing with this illness. And then suddenly she gets found out that she's actually a Grim, so like a Grim Reaper, and she gets brought to the dead world basically to become a Grim Reaper. So she has to go to a school and just partake in the whole school year, and if she passes her final exam at the end of the year, she can go back to the real world. And so yeah, that's basically what this is about. I really enjoyed it. I'm actually getting sent the second book to read and review also, so I'm really looking forward to that, because I really enjoyed this book. And I've also done a full video review on this book, which I'm also going to have linked down below. But yeah, let's just get on to announcing the winner of the giveaway. So for the giveaway is obviously ended, and I'm sorry if you actually wish you entered, but it's obviously too late and it's ended. And I have picked my winner. I just did like a random comment generator, and the winner is Sandy from Sandy Reads a Lot. So Sandy, I will probably have messaged you before this video goes out. And yeah, so congrats on winning, and thank you so much to everyone that entered. So yeah, Sandy, I will be getting in contact with you so you can get a copy of this book. Okay, so the next book that I read in April was The School for Good and Evil by Soman Chainani. I've actually done a full video review for this book. and I'm going to leave that link down below. This was the book of the month for April from my book club, and I really enjoyed this book. I flew through it. I read it so quickly, and I just really enjoyed it. And if you don't know what this book is about, it's about this girl named Agatha and this girl named Sophie. Agatha is like the outcast. She doesn't really have many friends. She's kind of a loner. And then Sophie is like the popular girl. She does all these good things. She's so nice to people. But then they get kidnapped and brought to the school for good and evil. But Sophie always believed that she belongs in the school for good. And Agatha doesn't even want to be in the school. But Sophie just assumes that she belongs in school for evil. But then they end up getting dropped in the alternate schools. So Agatha gets dropped into the school for good, and Sophie gets dropped into the school for bad. Or evil even. And yeah, that's basically what this book is about. I talked about it more in my review, and we are going to be doing a live show for this book this day next week on Ilse's Books channel. So if you've read this book, you can come join our live show and discuss this book with us. Okay, so the final book that I read in April was Username Evie, which is actually a graphic novel, and this is written by the YouTuber Joe Sugg, or Thatcher Joe here on YouTube. And I gave this book a 3.5 stars out of 5. I really liked the concept behind this book and what Joe was trying to convey to his subscribers or viewers, and the message he's trying to get across. But I think maybe I was just too old for this book, which sounds really weird because I wouldn't consider myself that old, but I think maybe I needed to be a bit younger and I would have loved this so much more. But yeah, I really liked the message he was trying to get across, and the fact like he was conveying stuff that maybe all of his subscribers talk about not being able to fit in and being like bullied and stuff, and the way he deals with it in this book is really good. And for that reason I have to give it 3.5 stars. I did also enjoy it. Like, it wasn't bad, it wasn't boring or anything. It's just that I've read other graphic novels, so I know what this is up against, and I know that like it's not as great as other ones that I've read. And so yeah, I also really loved the artwork. It's absolutely stunning, and the whole cover design as well is so beautiful. And this is actually a signed copy which I got up in Dublin, which is also cool. And yeah, so I really did like this book. I just had to give it 3.5 stars because it just wasn't for my age group maybe, and it just wasn't as good as other graphic novels that I read. So yes, they are the 5 books that I read in the month of April. Let me know down below in the comments what books you read in April. Also, don't forget to go enter my giveaway for a signed copy of Lady Midnight. And other than that, I will see you guys all on Wednesday for my next video. So goodbye!